Can you give money to your ex?
If any of my exes came and said it like that, it would be a definite no.
Am I permitted to laugh? Now that's funny.
And you want to take me out? I don't have too much pride to get a meal paid for. That's not.
Oh no, your bro is cheap.
I was just about to say, in my experience, I feel like women are not as inclined to have their exes be friends. You know what I mean?
Society, but
It
I
will
kind of
make you
feel.
feel younger.
What's going to make me feel younger? He's going to wear me out. This guy would just be on me. I mean, come on, I don't have that energy. I'm 41. When we break up, we're not friends.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to this podcast. Welcome to the Feminine Talk. Welcome to the #1 podcast that's revolutionary. All right, and then today, I'm not by myself today, okay? So, who do I have today? I have this beautiful lady, Anita. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Hey, Dom, how are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. You look good.
Oh, come on.
I like that. Yeah.
I like your space. It's really well decorated. I like it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I try. And then who we have here today? I have my friend Quentin, but I call him Bart. Hey, how you doing, Bart?
Doing great, man. I appreciate you having me. Definitely a real cool setup that you have here.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
excited. I'm excited to start the day, you know?
All right. Thank you.
Talking.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So, we're here on this topic of, relationship and dating and marriage or whatsoever. So, a couple of questions that we have to discuss today. Actually, about 3 or 4 questions we have to discuss. So, why are you laughing?
It's quite interesting.
She's already ready.
She's already
I'm
laughing.
excited already.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on,
She's predicting it all.
For real, your viewers don't know what's coming.
Just say with me, we don't always know what's coming. Yeah, that could be true.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same thing? That with me, we don't always know what's coming?
I'm excited. I know we got some very different opinions on these topics, so it'll be a fun discussion to have,
I like that. I like the fact that there's always different topics, different opinions. So, the first things, just be free, okay? This is a podcast. We're free. Talk to your mind freely. Don't say, okay, what they're gonna say. No, it's not about judging anybody. It's about be who you are. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
All right. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna start with you. Can you give money to your ex?
You sound like you're coming after me. Well, can I give money to my ex?
Oh yes.
Why is he coming to me in the first place?
I mean, it's your ex, right? So I'm assuming at some point you had a relationship with him, and he could have been like, he's broke. This is your ex, and he said, "Hey, you know what, Anita? I'm broke. I need some money or something like that." What? So, I mean,
Well, as a friend of mine would say, you're an ex for a reason. So the fact that you're an ex, I don't play any role in that. I mean, hey, you're an ex. So, hey, I mean, it's not happening. You shouldn't even think about it. You have friends, you have family, right? Mm-hmm. So,
but he's struggling though.
why me?
Why you?
Yes.
But what do you think? Can you give money to your ex?
Man, y'all gotta learn everything's subjective with me. It depends,
Depend on what? What do you mean depend? What do you mean by that?
Do I know they got good spending habits? Like, what are they asking me the money for? If it's like they're broke, this is all they got. I'm assuming they didn't talk to their family, their friends. I'd hope.
But why did they come to you though?
Thank you. Forget about the family.
That's my thought. I'm assuming I'm the last in line, or at least I'm hoping that I'm the last person you come to, and it's like you got no one else to ask.
Why do you got to worry if you're the last one or not? I mean, they're coming to you. They say, "Hey, Quentin, you my ex. I used to date you. I want money."
You make it sound like
I promise
a demand.
you, if any of my exes came and said it like that, it would be a definite no. But I mean, like if there's medical bills or something like that, and it depends on the ex, because I've had exes that I really am not excited to talk to, but I have exes that I am still on good terms with, and if she comes to me and says, "Hey, I'm really struggling right now. I can get you back, or I just really need it in this moment." Okay. I'll at least consider it. What I mean?
Why did your ex come to you?
Thank you. Why?
It's about being on good terms, because there are exes. I understand for you, you're not really on good terms.
So for you, an ex is an ex. Why even coming to me?
Exactly.
But at some point, you had a relationship with the person.
At some point. So this situation, we're not together. So
Wow.
did you move on? I mean, you have met somebody else, possibly.
Maybe
I don't
maybe
really
not.
care. I'm not giving you the money.
Hi. But
I'm telling you, it depends. And if it's like $1,000, something like that, it's probably gonna be a quick no. But if you need like $50, $100, and it's
And that will
dire
keep coming.
situation,
okay,
It's not gonna be the last.
Yeah. Then what about if they come? Okay, so would you give money to somebody who didn't need, like just a friend of yours? Would you give money to a friend of yours, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
okay, so if you give money to a friend of yours, why would you give it to your ex
this is
then?
not just anybody. This is my ex.
But he's just like any other person.
I don't want to give you money. Why do you come to me? I'm not trying to be mean. Don't come to me.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your family. Go to your friends,
Right.
relatives, not me.
They've gone down the line, right? They've
Mm-hmm.
asked all their
And
family,
why
their
did-
friends, and everybody has either said no or not been able to give them enough. Say it's like they need 500 and they
I
got
share the
100 here,
same
20
reason why
there.
they couldn't give him.
Mm-hmm.
The same reason why they couldn't give him. I have the same reason I can give
You
you.
don't even know what the reason is, but same reason.
Thank you.
I don't
So,
wanna know, just I'm not giving you
But
money.
Anita, not every relationship that ended in a bad way. I mean, we can stay in a relationship still be a friend. I think I'm siding with what he's saying. Well, yeah, it depends how you determine. Okay, so if it ends with the relationship ended with a fight,
Okay, first of all, let
is
me
it different than
establish
a relationship
this.
that end up? You know, okay, you know what? Let's just go our separate ways.
When
Nobody
we
hurts.
break up, we're not friends.
Oh, really?
Yes, we're not friends. Don't consider me a friend. Okay? We were in a relationship. That era is done. You're
Then
not
what-
my friend.
Wow.
I know you. I can identify, oh, I know this person.
Wow.
But you're not my friend. So don't come to me. Whether it was on good terms or bad terms, we're no longer together. So that's it. Like,
What do you think, Bart? What
I
have
was just
you?
about to say, I think that's a different take.
Thank you.
In my
Thank you. At least somebody think
in
different.
My
so your ex has
experience,
become your friend?
I was just about to say, in my experience, I feel like women are not as inclined to have their exes be friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There are a few of my exes where we're on good terms. Again, if they want to talk, they can call me. If they have anything they need to talk about, money is a little bit of an iffy
To me,
situation.
if I'm your
Interesting.
girlfriend, that would
Very-
be like
but-
a whole put off because that insecurity of having your ex constantly.
But that's what it is. It's an insecurity. You know what I mean?
Why?
ladies,
Why
right?
is the ex in the picture in the first
Wait,
place?
insecurity for who? For ladies or for men?
For both. Both men and women get upset over their partners talking to their exes. I think
Uh-huh.
it's just a default insecurity, you know what I mean? And you either
Right.
have that or
That-
you don't, which isn't a bad thing.
Okay.
Like it's understandable to
Now-
be worried about your partners, you know what I mean?
Now, think about this. What about if your ex is the person that put you in the position where you are? I'm talking about you have a good job. You were there because of her. I mean, maybe you have a business together. Don't you think you're going to be talking to her if Anita is saying, well, an ex is an ex?
Okay, so
Thank you.
I've had a situation whereby the ex are business partners
Mm-hmm.
and there's a new woman in the picture.
Okay.
It's not happening for me.
You're done being business partners?
Wait, you slept with this person.
Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
The person is not just any person. You can ignite, something can come up again.
No, why? You
It's not the level of trust though. I think that's where the insecurities stem from, is not having enough trust in your partner to because it's the same thing. I mean, I think a lot of people
So how
aren't
do you want me to
comfortable-
relate to my husband's business partner who was
I
his
think-
ex?
But hold on, I'd like to say I think that a lot of people have an issue with people having any friend, ex or not,
Mm-hmm.
of the opposite sex, and I think that's an insecurity. You know what I mean? I think it's something that a lot of people, if it's in the relationship and it's agreed upon, that's fine. Two people
Well-
make the rules in their relationship, but I think it's a better way to live life not having that level of
I
insecurity.
like what you just say, but let me go down a little bit. Do you think that a relationship within a woman and a man can exist like friendship?
Yeah, I have
Yeah, I
plenty
think
of,
so, yeah,
I have
too.
plenty
So
of
it's-
female friends that I don't have sex with. It's just a strictly platonic relationship, you know.
What do you think, Anita? Bart came from here, like he's from the state. You came from the motherland into the state.
Right.
Do you think that
I
you
think
can
it
have
can
male
work.
friends?
Yeah, I mean, I have male friends.
So
pretty good ones.
your male friend can come to your house, hang out until like maybe your husband's not there, and hang out until like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
What is he doing there when in the
But
absence
he's
of
your
my
friend,
husband?
right? If your girlfriend can come, why can your male friend comes also?
Not that. I mean, I just.
But you
want-
just said it though.
He's my friend, yes.
Okay.
But I'm married. I will prefer my husband is there or somebody else is there.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah,
But-
it's not.
But that's not an
Anything
everyday
awkward,
situation
but-
because
Thank you.
We're here today. Your
Okay.
husband isn't present.
Right.
I would consider us all friends. You know
Yes,
what I
we
mean?
are,
I,
yes.
I think that there are.
But we have done.
it's-
Yeah. Well, we have,
No, the situation of just you and I. No.
That's fair.
hanging out to like 9 p.m. Just
It
call
can't
your,
be a one-on-one
so you
situation.
just call your husband and say, hey, baby, I'm still hanging out with
Like,
them.
for
you know?
instance, if I come to your house all by myself,
Yeah.
You want to come
you're a
through.
man, I'm a woman. No,
Okay.
you know.
So
We
you
can
can-
hang out outside, but not
Oh,
in the
I
house.
see. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't put myself in that situation.
Is this you or is this how is in
To
Africa?
me, I don't know how other women, other married women will view this, but I wouldn't want to be in the same room with somebody. I'm not saying I should have feelings for you, but
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, to me, I just need somebody else there.
I'll say I don't think that's something that's exclusive to Africa or really any
Yeah.
culture. I think most
Right.
women are most people. I mean,
Okay.
as a man, I've definitely been in that position where I'm like, if I know you're gonna be one-on-one with a guy and I'm not as close with him, I don't know his intentions. I can see that. I
Right.
don't
absolutely.
disagree with that. Don't disagree with
Right. I mean, sure. I mean, and a friend is a friend, right? Regardless. For me, I think that you can very much be friends with a girl. I mean, no bad intention, but to some certain extent.
Right.
Right. So with that being said, let me jump to the next one here. So Bart, you are married, considering you're in a relationship with this woman, and she's making twice your salary. So she's making twice your salary. First of all, how do you feel that if you're in a relationship with a woman, she's making twice your salary, and do you think that relationship will last, or do you think it was?
I think there's a lot more to consider if you're asking like, will that relationship last? If it's like, am I insecure as a man if my woman's making more money than me? I'll be honest, I don't see that as a big problem. I have a different perception on life and a lot of things than most people I know. But I think that just motivate me. I'm very money motivated. I want to
Okay.
continue to do better and do more. And so I think that if my partner is making more money, it's just going to make me competitive and want to increase my earning potential. If I'm being very honest with you.
Anita, what about you? You're making more money than your husband. Would you see him different?
No. I
You want
would
to see him
not.
different?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
So now, what about if, okay, I'm taking a practical example. Your husband makes $40,000 a year. You make $80,000 or 6 figures a year.
Right.
And then your husband said, well, you know what? You go to work 9 to 5. I go to work too. We have kids. Let me just quit my job and do all the housework.
Am I nervous
she
to
laughed.
Now
She
that's
laughed.
funny. That's a joke, huh?
But yeah, I mean,
You're not staying home, bro. You're not. No, wait. No.
But
To do what? To be a house husband. In this
I mean-
America here, you can't be a house husband. For who to go to work and bring you money? Why should that role reverse?
But he will be taking care of like the kids, like
My
make sure.
dear, you are not taking care of nothing. You will work.
Wow.
He should be what? A house husband. I'm not even requested to be a housewife. Regardless of how much
if we
I'm
have
making.
housewife, why can't we have a house husband?
Not in my home though.
But
Comfortable
I
with
heard
being
it's
a housewife?
happening.
what do you think? If she said,
Are
oh,
you
you know
comfortable
what?
with being a housewife though in that situation?
No, I would want to work. Not just because maybe my husband is making more or I just want to work.
So okay, but let me go to you first. What would you think?
I mean, honestly, so in your exact example, 40K and 80K.
Yes.
I would not be ready to quit my job and stay at home. If I'm
But
being
what
very
about if you
honest,
make 3 times?
if 3 times is still like, I'm talking about if it got to the point where this woman's bringing home 500,000 or $1 million
right.
a year, a couple million a year. That's to the point where she has a lot of expendable income.
Okay.
We have a beautiful home. We probably
Okay.
have all these.
Let
extra
me
Let me
amenities
ask you
that we need.
something.
At that point, maybe.
she's making about 12 figure, about a couple $100,000, right?
So at that point, what are you staying home to do?
cook,
To cook, clean, take care of the kids.
and whatever else my wife asked me to do. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's how it goes. Especially that's if we're talking the role reversal here, that's the traditional
So your
American
wife
way.
calls
Is that,
you-
hold on. That's the traditional American way. Is that the man brings home all the cheddar and then the wife
Why
stays
can't
home.
why
she
can't the
cooks,
wife
cleans.
too?
So if I call you, hey, honey, can you make some Alfredo, chicken Alfredo? I'm coming.
If you're bringing home $1 million a year or a couple $100,000 a
You be
year,
a chef?
and I don't have, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll be on YouTube looking up all types of recipes. Look, I'm fine staying at home and relaxing. Like
That's my thing there. So I think that if the woman say, you know what, I think I've made it enough for both of us. I'm making a couple $100,000 or more or whatever the case is, and she's working maybe maybe Monday through Saturday. You have kids. There's nobody to take care of the kids. I mean, hey,
Well, from where I come
honey.
from, my mother-in-law, my
But-
mom will come. So somebody will be there.
somebody will be there.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're talking about just you and him.
Why? The fact that...
So okay, so would that diminish him being the man in the house? Is he still going to be able to be a man?
Let me tell you, the only situation I would accept my husband being home is first, he is immobile.
No, he's not immobile. He's not disabled.
So he's not sick.
No,
he's not disabled.
He just happened that you're
He's
making more than
not-
him.
Money shouldn't be a factor. It could be that he's trying to transition into another, career, field,
Mm-hmm.
something else, and he would need time to, pick himself up. We can talk about it.
Oh, you can think about it. Okay.
But you can't be home a whole year, having me to work and bring you the money. No,
But
I can't do that.
It happened
I
that you
kind of
have.
feel, in terms of respect, it's gonna be
You see,
difficult.
you see what I'm saying. So, what do you think? You think that you
To
lose
honor
respect?
him as the head of
you
the
as a
family
man, would
is
you
gonna
lose
be hard
respect
for
to your
me.
wife if you stay?
You saying it's a matter of respect is a little. It gives me a little bit of a thought that like it's more than just.
It's gonna be hard for me to see you as the head of the family because now,
So
I mean,
you-
the roles has changed. Now
So do you
I am
see
the
him
head of the
as
family.
less of a man though in that
Thank you.
situation. That's what.
How
that's
would you
what
see
we're
your
asking.
husband as less of a
Very
man?
much less like him. Yeah, I mean, I
Just because
wouldn't.
it's not working.
The fact is, you don't have all these conditions that I mentioned. You're not disabled.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're trying to transition into another job. You just want to stay home. I mean, come on.
But I guess the thought here is like
I would never ask him to stay
in
home.
the traditional idea. It's the man makes enough money to where
Uh-huh.
he wants to have his home the way that he wants when he comes home, and that's
Definitely.
why he has his wife at
Definitely.
home, so that when he comes home, he knows what to expect, rather
Right.
than coming home and dinner's not made, clothes aren't clean, whatever it may be. And so I think it's really just that role reversal: is if you make enough money to make these demands and your partner is okay with it, why does that diminish them as a man or whatever their identity is?
So the partner is okay. Which partner are we talking about? Is it the wife or the woman? The man.
The wife makes enough money
Uh-huh.
and decides that she wants her home a certain way when she
Right.
gets home, and that man is okay with
So
that.
she's the
Why
man
is he
now.
less of a man?
Yeah.
So, but
She's-
would you be okay?
she's a
You
man
making
now.
you making all that money and your husband is one handing all the fund. First of all, would you have a joint account?
Yes, I do have a joint account with my husband. So yes, I encourage
Oh,
that.
so your money is not your money. So you guys know the 50-50 rules.
What is 50-50 rule? That I don't understand. Why should I go 50-50 with my husband?
I don't know. Some people
I
do.
I don't believe in like equality, like everybody should bring this amount. For instance, let me give you a typical example. Maybe I'm making 10,000. My husband is making 3.
Okay.
It doesn't mean if it takes about 5K to take care of the home, I should bring 2,500. My husband should bring 2,500. It doesn't work that way because at the end of the day, he would just be left with 500, right? He has to pay for his gas. He has to send money to his family. I mean, his mother or sisters back home. I don't believe in that. I believe since I am the higher earner, I should be able to contribute more.
Oh, really?
So if it takes 5,000 to take care of the home, I think it's fair if I bring about 3,500 and he bring about 1,500.
But what do you
I
think?
believe in that fairness.
What do you think? Do you believe? Would you have a joint account at ever? With your?
It'd take a lot of time in a relationship for me to be interested in a joint account, to be honest with you.
I like that, man.
I
love this guy.
I'll say that, but I'll also add like a joint account for me. The purpose would be that's where the money that we're pulling together goes
Right.
to. So we have our own separate accounts, but in your example, my 3,500 goes to that account. Your
Absolutely.
1,500 goes to that account.
That's it.
And that's money. That money is for
That's
bills.
taken
I
from
can
home.
definitely
Yeah.
understand that aspect. I can agree to that point. But just having a joint account when I'm the main earner, I don't think that's something that I'd be so. Into.
Why? I mean, your money is her money,
I
right?
agree.
Wait, is your
to
an
an
her
extent,
money?
To an extent, you know.
No,
what I
no,
mean?
no.
And
To an
that's-
extent. What do you mean to an extent?
Well, that's the thing is relationships come with a lot of trust. You know what I mean? And just in my own experience, it's hard for me to entrust anybody with
Right.
my
Well, she's not
entire batch
anybody.
of funds.
She's your girlfriend for 2 years.
She is included in
Even
every.
if it's married, you don't. It doesn't start off like that.
Like 2 years isn't. I'm sorry for everybody. Listen, 2 years ain't all that long. All right, like that's not 2 years ain't enough for me to give you my money. That's,
I agree.
That's kind of crazy.
I
Right?
agree.
If we're married for 10 plus years, chances are you're gonna have
It's still not
access
the
to
same.
enough funds,
Enough,
right? I'm
right.
gonna have my account, right? But I'll more than likely have either another joint account for us or an
Right.
account that I'm depositing money to take care of you in if we're in the situation I'm the main earner and you're not making as
That
much.
much.
Hopefully, I mean truthfully, I would prefer a 50-50 relationship where we're both pooling in things. I have no problem taking on
the
higher.
house, the bigger bill, the
I
house.
have no problem taking on the bulk of the
bills.
But-
the bills or whatever you want to call it.
But what about you say, hey baby, you make more obviously than her. Say, hey baby, you make more money. Take care of the house. Take care of all the bills. I would just
Take care of what? That's like I find it very hard to comprehend
Yes.
that information. Take care of what?
all the bills in the house.
And what will you do?
I mean, her money is her money. I mean, she will save it for emergency.
Who? Oh man, that's funny now.
That's vacation money. That's vacation money.
It's not happening for real.
Of course, do savings, investments, all that, but I'm not going to be paying every single bill or most of the bills, and you're just stacking your bread.
You paying
Yeah.
the car.
what I mean? Like,
You as a man, you paying the car notes. You paying the house. You maybe should spend for the food. How about that?
I mean, that's I'll tell you, grocery bill and a car bill and a house bill is a lot different. You know what I mean? That's a lot of different money. And that's the thing. I'm comfortable, again, taking the bulk of it, but not if her money is just going to
Stock away just for what? Vacation?
stashing it for the moment that this goes wrong and you have a lot of extra money for
And what
whatever.
about me?
If it's for vacation, that's for the
Why do you think
family.
it's gonna go wrong?
If it's for the family, I understand that a little bit more. But that's the thing. It's like, why would you be stacking all this extra
Yeah.
money? Why would we not be investing it towards something that's good for us,
Absolutely.
putting it towards our better
Interesting.
home or whatever it
I
may
agree.
be? You know,
I
it
agree.
seems like there's a reason for stashing that.
I
in
agree.
my
You know,
opinion.
I
But
think-
I don't. First of all, I don't believe in the 50-50 rule. It just doesn't work for me. I
The-
believe. Yeah.
Bart sound like somebody who he would go to a restaurant with a lady and if she paid the bill, you'll be okay with that.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. But
Oh.
for me,
Oh,
it's not.
okay,
It's not
okay.
about. It's
Whoa,
not.
whoa,
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 whoa.
It's not a first date thing. But if we're seeing each other on a regular basis and you
Mm-hmm.
want to take me out, I don't have too much pride to get a meal paid for. That's not
Ooh,
me.
yeah.
You could take me out. I got a friend who want to take me out for my birthday. She
Mm-hmm.
can do that. I'm not going to complain about it. More times than not, when we go out, guess who foots the bill? Of course,
You, right.
it's
It's
me.
you. Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while, I'm not going to turn that down over some like masculinity issue. I am perfectly content with who I am and what I do. I'll take the free meal.
You should, bro.
What about you? Before you was married, if you were dating your husband now, you guys would go out. Would you?
I don't mind.
You would pay?
I don't mind at all.
You would pay the bill?
What's wrong with that? It's food.
What about you, Dom? It sounds like you might not be okay with that.
No, no. If she would pay, maybe one time. The second time, I said, please, can you pay the next time again?
Hey, you gotta keep it going, you know.
If you already started, right? That's why for me, I would say, hey, you know what? It's good to be romantic. I like, you know, I saw a lot of men open the doors for their wives. Very nice.
Yeah.
I could do it one time, 2 times, but I don't want to start something.
You cannot finish.
I'm not gonna be able to finish.
Okay.
So let me just stay right where I am. Hey,
Open
honey,
your door
Open your
yourself?
door. Get it.
I like that.
And we're leaving.
I'll
You
tell
know,
you.
because
I mean-
we get used to we get used to stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Of course.
Bro,
but
in
I'll
Africa,
take you
we
in a
don't know
real,
that stuff,
in a real
bro.
practical example.
Yeah.
And in my past relationship, for the longest one that I had, it was I'll pay it this time. You can pay dinner next time. We just swap back and forth.
That was a great.
The-
Okay.
Yeah. and
I like that. Okay.
sometimes I take it over one more time or whatever it may be.
Let me ask you, and who would choose where to go?
I mean,
The person paying?
No, it's never. It was never about that. It was never about that. Now I think that if you're thinking that granular, it's a
Thank
little bit
you.
more of an
Thank you.
issue
You know what I'm
towards
thinking
like
about?
money than anything else.
Okay.
But you gotta be considerate of that. 'cause
When I'm paying, I'm taking you to a local restaurant, $20 a plate. But when you pay, I'm taking you to like a Brazilian restaurant. You know,
Going to Ruth's
$100 a
Chris
plate.
Style,
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's wickedness.
I didn't do all that. I definitely was mindful because with my partner who we were splitting it, I definitely made a little bit more, and so
Right.
mindful not to like take them to somewhere where they're
That's
gonna
too
see
much.
the check and wince when they get it. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Mm-hmm.
you know, if we're talking equality, I don't mind getting a meal or two paid for. I'm not gonna lie.
wow.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with a woman paying for her
A meal.
man's meal. No, it's food.
Wow. But okay, as a woman can pay for her friend's male meal, an expensive meal? Well, I'm
I don't
talking about
mind.
like,
Yeah.
because I'm not cheap, honey. If you're gonna take me out, yeah.
Wait, first of all, if I'm taking you out, you don't have demands to be. I don't like this.
Okay, you might as well not just take me out then.
So yeah, then you better be in your place. Because
What do
I'm
you
taking
think?
you out. You don't know how much I'm willing to spend. So you can tell me, oh, take me to this place. If I can afford it,
But if you want to treat me nice, say, you know what?
no. Somebody is out of courtesy
Mm.
that I want to take you out. It would be nice to ask what's your palate?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like? Do you enjoy eating? So we can. But you can't
And-
tell me that specifically. I want to go this place when I'm the one paying. No, put your acting check.
Wow.
I'll tell you, I agree. Very, very much similar thoughts when it comes to that with her. It's a conversation to be had. I'm not, unless it's like a first date and the woman's expecting me to take charge and really make all the decisions, plan this out, make a reservation, all that things. Usually, I'm going to ask like, "What are you feeling today?" You know. So I think it's definitely a conversation to be had. And I'm also on the page of it's a courtesy. You know what I mean? I don't expect any woman to pay for my meal or even to ask me if I want to go out on her bill or on her dime. You know,
And
that's a
also,
rare
I think I
occurrence,
kind
so.
of find it disrespectful for women
Mm-hmm.
that men is trying to take you. I mean, a man is trying to take you out for
Mm-hmm.
your first date, and you're quoting some expensive places that you on a regular wouldn't take yourself. I don't think it's fair. I mean,
But maybe
That
she can
happens
take a
more
certain because she
often than
cannot
you
afford
think.
it.
Yeah.
What about the men? But
most of the time, those ladies they can't afford such places.
but the men ask her, say, hey, baby, choose a restaurant you want to go. What does that entail by choose whatever you want to go?
I mean, that's on the
I know
man.
a lot of women that are gonna choose the most expensive restaurant.
Thank
they have.
you.
They have saved on
Because
their
I think
Instagram
kind
or
of like
wherever.
the man is trying to show off.
Most times not.
Yeah, like-
especially in a place like Dallas. Especially in a place like Dallas, that happens more often than.
Choose where
than
you want to
can-
go. I mean, the person would just say something ridiculous. So.
Yeah.
To me,
You always got to come with
differential.
options. Come on a
Yeah.
first date, you got 2-3 options. Take a look, choose one. Here's the Yelp link. I got you.
I got you.
Let me know what you think. One of these gonna look
You
good.
know what? The
Yeah.
next date, I'm asking you
And
what.
if not, I hope you got a better suggestion. 'cause
Yeah, I agree.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick pause and we're going to come back again for the last question. Man. I'm here in the studio with Bart and with Anita. It's so much. Very happy to have you all today.
Thank you for having
Appreciate you, man.
All right,
Having a great
we're
time.
back in a minute. Thank you so much. We're back again to our regular podcast. I'm still here in the studio with Anita and with Bart.
Yo.
So before when we're talking about relationship, right? And so, real question. I mean, let me tell you a story. So I had a friend of mine that he was trying to date this. He was talking to this girl. He wanted to date her. So he asked the girl, "Okay, where would you like to go?" She named some fancy Brazilian place. One of those things where they give you a lot of meats and stuff like that. And then the guy kind of googled the place. Said like it was like about $150 a plate. He said, "Whoa, I'm taking this girl Thursday. We're gonna spend $300." He said, "Okay." He
You
wanted.
even have a stinking attitude.
She wanted to pick her up, and I said, "Dude, so where did you take her?" I took her to Pizza Hut.
Oh no, your bro is cheap.
I said, wait, bro. He said, "Yes, I had to tell her this is our pizza date."
I don't think. I mean, he could have taken her to find a middle ground, like somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle,
$100 is too much. Maybe somewhere like 30, 50.
30, 50.
That could work, but anyway.
Now, do you know there's some women when you say, "Okay, where would you like to go on a date?" She said, "No, I'm going to cook a meal for you to eat." How about this? Do we still have those women around?
That's rare these days. I'll tell you, especially
Why is that?
Man, that's a lot. There's a lot to that question, but I'll tell
Okay.
you, like dating in today's day and age is a lot different than dating was 20, 30 years ago. There's a lot
What
of
changed? What has changed in the dating game these days?
I think social media and really a lot of the dating apps. You know what I mean? There's and COVID as well. Of course, that changed everything. But on the dating apps, women, men have so many options, a million options. You can just swipe right and you'll have another chance at a date. People get finicky, I guess, if we could put it that way. I don't think that I've met too many women that are like, "I'll cook you a meal on the first date," and I really haven't seen many want that because, especially now, you can't be too safe with people. People don't want to go over another person's house the very first time
Yeah.
meeting them.
That you've never met before.
Yeah, but I've definitely met women who are like, after the first date, things went well. We're gonna see each other more. They've offered to cook for me, so I will say that's not like a lost art. And usually this term is used for men, but chivalry's not dead for women either. You know what I mean? There's definitely a lot of women who want to cook a meal,
Right.
and men should do the same. But
I mean, what does she cook a meal? When does she like warm up? Even if it's just noodles, right?
hey, I mean,
I mean,
I mean, it's cooking. I mean, I would do that for. I like to eat from at home. I don't know because of my background, but I like to
date
cook a
night in
lot.
with some movies, whatever.
Wait,
a meal,
so
even if it's not a four-course
so
meal.
you don't go with your husband every weekend out to eat?
Why should we every weekend?
Out every weekend?
Why should we do it? I mean,
No
it's,
date night.
Date night?
we do, but it's not every weekend.
Oh, really?
Yes, waste no money. I can cook the same food at home.
But the vibe, it's not the same vibe though.
We can play music. What's the vibe?
The vibe outside.
That's that social media stuff I was talking about.
Thank
They
you.
want to go outside. They want to be able to post that they were at this fancy restaurant. That's
Yeah.
the
Take
vibe.
selfies and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah,
not
girls
me.
like that. They say, "Oh,
They
you know
do.
what? I was here and I was there."
I think it contributes to a lot of them asking for dates at these fancier places too. Is like you
Just for the pictures.
You just go to a restaurant, you put up some flowers and some nice lighting, and you can charge about like $20 more a plate. You know what I mean? And that's what they want to do. They want to take a picture behind the neon sign.
Yeah.
all that, which is understandable. For
Yeah.
for whatever reason that may be, but I can see it. Not essentially agree with it. And I'll tell you, like, if on the point of the expensive first dates, like, especially as a man, your job is to set a first impression.
Right.
Now, at Pizza Hut, unacceptable. You can't take a woman to a Pizza Hut on the first date.
Yeah.
We've been
That's
seeing
true.
each other for
I'll-
months.
that's
But you
true.
should've
We've been seeing
wanna-
each other for months, and we want to just have a cool date. Pizza Hut is fine, okay?
Right.
They don't have buffets anymore, so it's not as fine. But Pizza Hut is okay. It's just not a first date place.
No,
and
that's
there
true.
is
I agree
Ruth's
with
Chris.
that.
Unless you
I
got
agree
it
with
like
that
that.
1,000
If I'm in the
times.
NBA or the NFBA, NFL, I'm a professional athlete and I'm making
Money.
millions a
Yeah.
year, then I might be able to stretch and say, say, let's go to this crazy spot because I'm really trying to impress you or something like that. But I'll tell you, even if I had that money or even when I had a little
Yeah.
bit more money, I don't think I ever chose.
I agree.
If you're trying to be in a relationship with a person,
No, you don't want to set a certain precedence.
Thank
that,
you. I was going to ask that.
you know,
Do you think that you should impress her because of?
if it's within your means, as he rightly said, if it's a player or somebody who has excess money and would want to splurge on things like that, that's different. But you also don't want to put the person and make the person feel like I can afford this lifestyle.
Okay.
Then
Well,
you
she
ask them to
can.
mini golf on the next date, and it's all hands in the air. You know what I mean?
Right, real quick. Now, let me ask you a question. You're in a relationship. Let's think about generally. At one of my listeners sent this to me. Said, "Well, she's not in an abusive relationship. It's not physical abuse, but it's more of a emotional abuse. She's married to this person. She's been married with them for some few years, and she's in emotional abuse. You think? Let me ask you as a woman first. Do you think she could just walk out? I mean, she's at that emotional abuse where she said, "Well, you know what, Dom, I don't know if I just walk out or I should trying to fix this."
Well, beforehand, I would say that at first I'd say, I will only walk out from a relationship if it's physical, if the person is getting very physical with me.
Okay,
or
physical, like the beating,
hitting me or stuff like that. But,
Okay. Oh, I mean, I won't agree with that's
right.
Yeah, those
but
are animals.
There's some things that are deep, mentally.
Before you go, physical is not only for the men hitting the women. I've seen a lot of guys. Oh my God, he's crying to me. He said, "Oh my God, she beat the hell out of me." I'm like, dude.
You laughing like it's not possible, Anita. Go on now.
I'm like, dude, what? Were your hands tied? He said, "Dude, I didn't even know what happened." I said, "Is your wife in karate or something?" I'm telling you, man, bro. A lot of shit that people live in a house you can't imagine
People
that.
don't talk about it.
So let's come back. So if it's emotional abuse, you say you won't walk out of a relationship if it's just physical. That's what you used to say.
Well, I believe there's nothing beyond fakes.
Okay.
I understand that sometimes it'll be difficult in relationship, but I'm the type that I wouldn't throw in the towel just yet. I believe in redemption. I believe in time. I believe in space. So depending on where we are at the moment, sometimes it will require that we go for maybe a retreat, we go for therapy, or just separate, to think it through. But I'm not for like divorce straight up.
What about you? Emotional abuse relationship.
I'm just about as far on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Thank
as
you. I
Anita,
like that.
To be honest with you,
I like
because
that.
I mean, mental and emotional abuse. Those things can come off to a lot of people as something that you just work through or whatever it may be. But I think if you're talking about the point of it's actually at abuse, then it's more than just this person's rude to me. This person tells me things I don't like, or they say I'm ugly or whatever. That's still a form of emotional abuse. But usually when we're talking about that, it gets to the extreme. And I mean, you can. Manipulators are real. Narcissists are real. Those things, and I've firsthand seen women in manipulative relationships. It's not a pretty picture. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
And I think that there's a line for everybody on when you need to leave a relationship. But to me, if the word abuse is being thrown into your relationship or being used to encapsulate your relationship, whatever layer that may be, physical, emotional, or mental, I think that it's probably a time that you need to consider if this person is right for that. Yes, I agree that people can redeem themselves, and most people deserve second chances. Not everybody.
Right.
Most people deserve second chances.
Absolutely.
Not everybody.
Most people.
Okay,
No,
okay.
not everybody does. Most people do. But the fact is, you have to be able to tell, is that person really going to change for the better? And after a year or two or however long it may be, I think that people do get jaded. They get rose-tinted shades, whatever it's called. But I do think that there's a certain point, especially when it comes to any type of abuse.
But you're just not going to throw in the yet, like give up yet, right?
I'm quicker to say that you should throw in the towel if you're getting mentally and emotionally abused. I mean,
But
this is supposed to be your
do
life
you
partner.
realize in some relationship, in this case, maybe the women most of the time they don't have nowhere to go. Maybe this person has been with her for 10 years. This person has provided everything she's had.
No, and I would never want to shame a woman or a man or anybody for getting into a situation like that. But I'll be honest and say that's not a situation you should ever be in. And it goes back to our conversation of making money.
Right.
I never got to say this, but if I'm a stay-at-home husband, I'm still going to hustle on the side. I'm going to find some
At
way to
least.
make a little
You
bit of
never
money.
know how it's going to end.
Exactly. And it's not, if it's,
You want to be prepared,
if the money
just in
isn't
case.
for the contingency, the money should be for your fun. And if your relationship's perfect, then great, you have a lot of money for vacations and doing what you want to do and stuff like that. And that's the thing, is like, people are in those situations. It's very hard to get out of it.
Right.
So I can't say what the answer is, but I can say that I think that you should find an alternative
Somewhere.
means or something,
Like leave.
somewhere to go, and some way to get out of those situations. You know what I mean? Because abuse in any way, shape, or form is not cool.
It's not terrible.
I agree
I
with
agree.
you.
I agree with
yeah,
that.
to a extent, but I feel like people are quick to give in quickly because they feel like, oh, he's doing this to me. Oh, I can't take it anymore. I always say, when you're in a relationship, give yourself grace. Give the other person grace. You know,
Okay.
you don't even know what the person is going through. Maybe the person has his own challenge or challenges that
Or,
he or,
or
she
maybe
is
the person
dealing
has
with.
his own demon.
Right. So you can't just, but I believe like this day and age, people are just quick to give up on other people. Like,
So you know
yeah.
what?
It's all about those options, you know.
But
There's a lot
why
of
they
them.
quick? You know what? Sometimes they're all quick and give because sometimes you're in a relationship inside. You think, oh, you know what? It's gonna be better out there, because you have a lot of guys. As a lady, you have a lot of guys talking to you. You say, oh, you know what? This guy here, he ain't doing shit.
The grass is greener where you water it. It's not. It's not
That can be
Thank
true.
you.
pretty out there.
Thank you for
But I gotta
that.
say, like, again, if you're getting to the point of emotional or mental, any of those levels of abuse, it's speaking more to the character of the person who is
Absolutely.
the abuser. Because I personally can call up every single one of my exes this very minute. Those that will
Right.
answer will tell you there's no chance I ever
Oh,
abused
hell
them, and I
no.
never
Right.
did anything wrong to them. And so, as a man who has not, or at least hopefully has not ever abused a woman in any way, shape, or form, I don't see the scenario where it's acceptable, or the
But-
scenario where it's like, we need to continue to work through this while you're continuing to abuse me, because there has to be a stop to one thing, either the relationship or the abuse.
But I mean, thankfully, you can get therapy. Or, you know, there are other form of things to do.
Then what about this
Right.
relationship where you know that she said, you know what? I know I can't be with you anymore, but let me find somebody. Maybe if you like my girlfriend more, maybe you can be with her if you can't be with me.
Excuse you?
I've seen that. I've seen that.
And
Like-
what? Like, wait, I'm stepping out to bring somebody else in?
You
Yeah,
get a friend. You
yeah,
get a
your girlfriend
friend
because you have something that, I mean, it's not working between you and him. And
So I'm another one to find you a new partner.
even if you have a friend that
even if you have a
would
friend
be
that you know
better
that
fit,
that would be better fit for
you
him,
would still not do it just because you're on the way out.
Hell to the no.
You wouldn't help your friend and your ex.
Hell to the no. For real? You?
I'll say I've never heard of a situation like that happening. I've lived in some interesting places with some people with some very different views, and I've never heard of something like that. However, if in some crazy world that were to happen, as long as it's early enough into the relationship where I haven't developed crazy feelings, I might do it.
let me tell you something. I don't know if you heard about. You know, I don't know if it's something in your country, but in my country, in Africa, sometimes if the first daughter of a family is not married, no one is going to get married. You know
That's
that?
absurd.
Yes.
I think I've heard of that before.
So you as a man, if you come, and sometimes you come in there to marry. Let's say you met the sister
The
outside.
second one.
Yeah,
Yeah, you come in there to marry her.
you gotta find her husband.
No,
They will tell you the first one is available.
they will. Yes, they will give you the first one. If you don't want it,
Yeah.
Good for them. I'm okay.
You're out.
so what are you gonna do?
Go find a new wife.
You didn't go for the first. You came for the second.
What the hell?
So they give you the
crazy.
second or nothing.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I
could
agree.
never.
I absolutely
That's
agree.
like that's bordering on an arranged marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while some of those pan out great, it's not what I'm looking for. I don't think I could ever do that. Not to shame anybody's culture or anything like that. It's
Right.
just, I don't think I know for a fact like if I come in holding the hands of this woman, they're like, nah, but you can have her. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm out.
Flying to some other country that isn't like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, let me ask you about this. Now, in a relationship, somebody say, well, Dom, it's a guy, he sent me a message, say, well, Dom, you know, I'm dating this girl. She's 41 years old. I'm 28 years old. And, you know, I'm getting ready to where I want to present her to my parents.
Who's 28? Who's 24?
The man,
The minus what?
28.
Okay.
The lady is 41. And they've been dating for 1 year.
Age gap. Okay.
Yes, and then they want to get together now. The lady already had, you know, her 2 kids. The man hasn't had any kid yet. So what? I'm gonna start with you.
Start with me. Is
Yeah.
that okay? Is that the question?
Yeah, if is that okay? How do you see that?
I see it as okay. You know, what two people want, they should be able to have. You know, that's the whole American dream, right? Freedom to choose and all that shit.
But what-
But for me, you know.
So if you meet a girl right now, she's not twice. She's 12 years older than you.
Yeah.
You right now,
It-
and you like her, you would date her.
I possibly would. I'm not going to just count
Okay.
it based off of age. That's
Okay.
just I can't just say there's no way I'm going to be with you just off of your age. You know what I mean? Unless it's the other way. But there's a lot more to think about when it comes to that, especially because I do want children of my own, and I know that it's probably a sensitive topic. But
Absolutely.
at some
No,
point,
she said, I'm
women-
ready to give you children.
maybe I don't want children right now is the point. You know what I mean? And so whenever it does come to the point where I am ready for children in this relationship, is she going to be able to produce those children?
Yes.
It's a serious question. at
You
hand.
28 or 29, or
Yeah.
you 29. 5 years you're gonna be 34. But before you go there, what do you think? What do you think about that?
I agree with him. I mean, as he rightly said, in terms of when he's ready to have children, this person is 41. So let's say down the line he is like looking at 4 years to have kids.
Right.
This lady's hitting 45. That's like it's not a good
Hit or
space,
miss. Hit or miss if you're
right?
going to be able to have a child.
That's right.
Which isn't the wrong thing. And again, like there's more to consider.
There's in
those
vitro.
relationships.
There's what about there's in vitro?
IVF.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't. I'm not a big advocate for a young guy trying to date an older person, but it happens.
But it's love.
But
What
with
about they
me-
love?
Listen, says, bro, this thing you call love, it doesn't happen in marriage. You know, it's compromising.
So now, before I come to you, Bart, is that in regard to the society or regard to the family?
To what extent? I still don't get. I
To
don't,
what to the extent that okay, he's dating this older lady than him. What would is it about what the family would say, or is it about oh my gosh?
I don't
what,
think it's about what anybody would say. I mean, from his perspective, I mean, he would want children of his own. Along
Oh, yeah,
the line.
definitely. That's
to
you
me.
know,
I wouldn't want to date somebody who's way younger than me. Not because of society, but
but it
I
would
kind of
make you
feel.
feel younger.
What's going to make me feel younger? He's going to wear me out. This guy would just be on me. I mean, come on. I don't have that energy. I'm 41. Why would I want a 20-something just to work me out?
Some do.
I'll be singing Rihanna's
Some
song. Work, 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 work. I'm not ready for work, work, work. I'm not ready for all that work.
Some do want that, you know?
Well, yeah, pretty much. But specifically to me, I wouldn't want somebody who's younger to, work me out. I'm tired.
You're right. You're right.
But aside from that and the fact of having kids, there's nothing wrong with that situation in your mind.
With a younger person, I kind of feel like I'll be doing him more harm than good. Because at a point, I might not be able to.
Provide him what he needs,
Yes.
and you're not gonna be at peace with yourself.
And first, I have to understand from his family, are they even okay with him having me being too old? Maybe like his older sisters? Or could be a mother. I mean, some people give birth at a very young age. So I don't know how his family is going to take it. So everything, like, I'll consider all those things before I get involved with. So it's not something very feasible, something I would want to indulge myself in.
And this lady, she has a son who's about he's about 25. Well, I don't know actually, because she had this when she was 16. So and I asked him, I said, okay, so he said, no, I would just that's my stepson. I said, oh, but
Now you call your boyfriend your stepson? Your boyfriend is your stepson?
no. The guy who's 28 called his girlfriend's
Pierre?
son.
So the guy's his peer,
Yeah, 24. Yeah, 24. Yeah.
stepson.
So my girlfriend's son, I would call him stepson. Like if I married
He's
him.
your age group.
I mean, if it gotta be, it gotta be.
Yeah.
That's just.
So he's
I
gonna
didn't
call you
choose-
dad?
So, yes.
I didn't decide
she
how
wants that. She wants
children and siblings work.
No, I'm not doing it. He's too young for me. I'm not.
It's a lot to consider. I'll say that.
But
It's more
young
than
man,
just
he's
the
not
kids and all
mature.
that.
It's not a matter of maturity. He's just too young. I feel like I'm abusing. I'm abusing someone's son. Like
For a long-term relationship, it's a lot more difficult
Yeah.
to have that large of an age gap. When we're talking, because that's
if you just want to have
a
sex,
literal
stuff like that,
16
you know, fine.
15-year difference. You know what I mean? Because I mean that means that she's gonna reach her breaking down point a little bit quicker, and I may still
A
be
woman
wanting
will
to
age
adventure
kind of
and-
quickly than man. So
Yeah,
if it's 4 or 5
that's
years,
true.
but
That's true.
over a decade, I think it's too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if we just want to be in a relationship, just have sex. So it's just sex, have fun. That's it.
No, they
But
want to be in
in
love.
the long
They want,
run,
they want to put a
I
ring.
wouldn't-
He
I
want
wouldn't-
to put a ring on that. He
I
said,
wouldn't
you know
put
what,
him
baby?
through that. I wouldn't put him through that.
So you don't care about his feelings? Is that what it is, Bart?
It's not about. I have to let him reason that. Listen, it's not feasible that you and I, in the real world, be in a couple. And
Okay.
you know,
All right.
what about your dreams? You know,
Okay.
So it's something we'll talk about.
Right.
But
I think it all circles back to what the two people want. Now,
Thank you.
For,
It's about what-
for
yeah, what
Anita
they
and myself,
want.
I think we're kind of similar on the same
so
page.
if the
right?
guy
It's
insists on being with
For
me,
the first time.
It's like, look, if that's really what you two want, but you have to really consider what the long-term implications of
Mm-hmm.
that relationship would be. If they do, cool, let them be. I personally don't know that there's too many scenarios where I would be like, this is my sole partner. I'm going
Right.
to be with this one woman, and she's 15 years older than me. Because again, that means that most people want to sit there and end life together, but chances are, unless you have very bad health or
yeah.
she has very good health, you're probably not going to sync up as well. And mobility again. It's like at a certain age, we all start to break down.
She gonna be like, oh my gosh, my knee hurting. My knee hurting.
She's gonna
Are
be.
you-
She's
you
gonna be
like-
what 65. I'm 50 years old.
Well, you can still
50
make
years old.
kids.
I could still yes.
Yeah,
that, I
yeah.
can still go
Bro,
and
in
exercise.
Africa-
I can still go do things.
in
65,
Africa-
you might be able to, but you might not.
I don't know about it. Bro, in Africa, even a 60-year-old man or 65 still have babies.
Yeah, hey, Al Pacino just had a kid and he's in the 60s too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. But I wouldn't want to put him
Bottom
through
line.
that, and
Okay.
I wouldn't want to put myself through it.
All right.
On the inverse
Cool.
of that, is it okay? Younger woman with a much older guy.
Oh yeah, the inverse is very much okay, bro. Very
it's,
much.
It's happening though.
It's actually
Yeah.
even preferable.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, some
Interesting.
bro. Some women say
They want
if
older
you
people.
are not 20 years older than me, I ain't dating you.
For real, it happens.
I said, whoa.
I'm not like a big fan. It doesn't have to be age. I just have to like you,
Mm-hmm.
But if it happens that you're older,
This is a much different conversation than the one that we just had. I want to point that out.
Yeah.
Much different conversation.
That's right. And I like that. I like that. We're spicing up for the next time again we meet. Yeah, time is up. Time is up. It was a great conversation. It was a great topic. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna find their own opinion. It's hey, whatever we give is all our opinion. Okay, you can do whatever you want, but
absolutely.
it's all our opinion. I like that. I like it. It was very much interesting. I think it's gonna spark a lot of discussion and stuff like that. Hey, Bart, I want to thank you so much, man, for having the time for coming here today.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
I knew that despite traffic.
Hey. Oh, the drive is longer.
You made it.
So yeah,
After-
she made it. She made
after
it. She
2
made
hours.
it. Yeah. So she said
Don't
after
get
2
me
hours,
started.
oh my God.
Don't get me started.
And we are drinking. We're
cheers
drinking
to that.
something.
It was
Cheers.
good.
You don't even know what we're drinking, right? I bet you right now.
Nice.
Some good stuff. That's what we
All right. Thank you so much for joining Galaxy Media. Thank you so much for watching Galaxy Media, the podcast. We'll see you for the next podcast. Ciao.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. Wait, you said thanks over there or over there?
Okay, thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
No. We all said thanks over there.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to Galaxy,
Galaxy Media.
Media.
Thank you. All right. Y'all heard that. So y'all subscribe. Come on. Y'all subscribe.
Nice.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Thanks,
Peace.
Don, for having us.
Good one. Good one.